here. Excuse me there. I got the white tee on. It is clean. Don't look this a little dirty. It's a lucky white tee. I want to thank everybody for coming in. You know the deal here. The rare viewers getting right into it. Of course, I'm demonetized. If you don't know, now you know. If you want to help the channel, help it grow, and help just me pay some bills to keep the lights on, the internet, and keep streaming, just donate to my Cash App. Links on the channel page. Rings to with the Z. You'll see me my Cash App logo. You see my beautiful face. So yes, let's get right into this really quick. I don't know how long this stream is going to be because it's going to be kind of short, but this is kind of interesting. I wanted to take a first-time look with very little evidence to a case and see if we can go Google Earth, go, real reviewer audience style, help out, and maybe we can get something here. So what's weird about this case, about Patricia Ann Hanlon, Patricia Ann Hanlon, she was murdered back in 2000. About 26 years ago, basically to the day, guy, on July 27th, her body was found. But she was murdered between July 21st and July 27th. She was found on the 27th. They put the time of death between the 21st and 27th. We don't know how long, huh? That's interesting. That's probably the only thing we're going to work with here. And the location. All right, you see her here. This is the woman. 53? Yep, 53-year-old Patricia Ann Hanlon. So the Catersville Police Department partnership. This is only article. It's like articles. There's no like wiki or anything. The Cartersville Police Department, in partnership with the Georgia Bureau of Investigation (GBI), continues to investigate the brutal murder. So brutal murder, right? Brutal. So we're not gonna have too much here to go on. That's the challenge. Brutal murder. So this was a brutal murder. Fucking brutal, huh? A 53-year-old Patricia Ann Hanlon, 53, whose death has remained unsolved for more than 26 years, right, guys? 26 years to the day. She was found dead. I'll show you where. We're going to go Google Earth on it. I'm right there right now. I'll show you now where she was found dead. Forget it. I'll go right into it. Google Earth with me. We're going aerial top. I can't get street view. I'm on the iMac 2009. It lags out. 130 is her address. So right here is her apartment complex. See, it looks like that from the view of the street. And then you know, pretty secluded, but there's still neighbors around, right? Really, location here we're gonna have to work with is this location where she lives, attacked at her home. See? Georgia, downtown Catersville, right there. The person lived downtown, we don't know. It's a quick drive, 1:30. And you see the outside. So that is where Patricia Ann here was taken out. Brutally killed, brutally murdered. Well, what ways can you brutally murder somebody? Listen, I think we should go, it's not gonna be by gun. No gun, so it's gonna be by blunt force trauma, all right? Or it's gonna be by manual, or like by strangulation. So you have or by stabbing, okay? So you have blunt force trauma, being beaten to death with something, strangled to death, cutting off the oxygen in the airway, or stabbing, bleeding to death, stabbing you to death, right? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna get a new. This is gonna be kind of new screen. I this myself. I'm really just want to test my knowledge here. Really, I do. I want to test it all the way I can. So, and if I go nowhere, then I go nowhere. So, but we have what we have. Let's see if we can do anything with it. So, there's nothing here. We're gonna try to do some research, whatever we can find, but on our own, we're gonna come up with it. So brutal. So I'm gonna use brutal in parentheses, right? Brutal, parentheses, brutal killing, right? She killed brutally in her own home, right? So we're just gonna write this shit down together. Own home, right? And she was killed. They're saying, I'm saying, blunt force, right? Strangulation or stabbing. That's how I'm saying. 3 ways no gun, so no loudness, no sound, no attention, right? No sound, no attention. Is the person known to Patricia? Person known to the victim, right? It's 2000. No surveillance, nothing like that. This person is male. This person is angry. This is personal, I feel. Possible grudge. Possible over money. You know, she's old. She works a lot. Old, works a lot. Male, over money. Person known to victim. I don't know if there's a sign of breaking and entering. That's something the cops have. But, you know, let's go through the list here. Does she work with this person? That's what I want to know. So if it's personal, how does she know him? Through work? Or through a friend? Or was it random, right? So we're writing that down. So as a person, so we're going to do all that. We're just writing this down. It's going to look like it's going to give you the profile of the killer. That's what we need here. We need a profile of this killer because we don't have nothing else to go on. Let's continue to read. All right. So on July 27th, oh, excuse me. Don't jump ahead, remember. It's 26 years, guys. Investigators are renewing their appeal to the public, asking anyone with information, no matter how small it may seem, to come forward and help bring justice to Patricia and closure to her family. On July 27th, 2000, Mrs. Hanlon was found deceased in the bedroom of her apartment at 130 North Irwin Street in Cartersville. I'll show you that. This is her place. Imagine, guys, people are living here at 130. That's 130. So that's what it looks like from the street. And yeah. So, you know, this is the street, and downtown is just down here to the south. But pretty secluded, like little area looking nook. I mean, but everything is close quarters, so it's not a gun, and it's brutal, the murder. So it's going to be something like that. It's going to be a blunt force beating, a strangulation, or a stabbing to kill her inside this apartment. One of these apartments. 130 is here, and people are living here. You know, where this brutal murder took place of Patricia Ann Hanlon in the year 2000, just 26 years ago, basically to the day. And this is the overtop aerial. The thing I'm focusing on here is the parking spots. You know, this person has to pull in and pull out, right? You know this person's driving, right? There's no fucking way this person is on foot. This is really an urban setting here. You know, walking away might be quiet, might not attract too much attention. But the parking lot is really something. Either you're driving here to do it, or you're walking. Downtown is just here to the south, so it wouldn't be too far off to walk. But you're causing more of attention. What do? Cause more attention by driving out of there or walking out of there? I mean, but how do you not cause attention by getting out of there after the murder? By being someone known, right? By being someone known. So this person might not. It might have a grudge, but it might be known. I think the person is known to the victim, Patricia. You know, I don't know if the signs of break and entering, guys. We do not have a full report. We're going through just what we have, and it's 26 years later. It's crazy that we don't have anything. Like, I don't have nothing on Wiki, but I want you to get to a visual where she lived. It is nookie-like, you know. It is quiet, but they're saying this murder was brutal. Excuse me. They didn't find her up to a whole week. Not a whole week, but they didn't find her. They don't know. She's died for a whole week, possibly. They don't know the time of death, due to not finding her soon enough. Yeah, there's something wrong there. So, meaning that this person did it quietly by blunt force trauma, by strangulation, or by stabbing, and it was brutal. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. And they did it. They were able to walk out of there unnoticed. So they were able to do this murder and be unnoticed. So unheard, no sound, and no attention. No sound, no attention. That's pretty good. Who's doing that? Someone that's known to the victim? No screams. Well, we're gonna get the report here, guys. It's very short. No screams, no attention. See, that's my really, really big problem here, in a way. But let's go, because the family wants closure, though. On July 27th, she was found deceased in the apartment that I showed you, 130 Irwin Street. That is there, live, 2026. Someone lives there. Someone lives in that apartment where this murder took place. Thanks to you, 100. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming in. I'm demonetized, so anything you do, thank you for the support, guys. I love you all for the support. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. I know time is precious. We can't get it back. It's priceless. Just ask Patricia Ann Hanlon and her family. Go. So we're going. This is all we have. Reddit has nothing. Wiki has nothing. They want help, the cops, but they don't want to give us nothing. So we'll take it. Whatever. We'll use what we have. Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. 26 years later, we're going. We're seeing what we could do for Patricia. Anything, guys? We're using Google Earth. We're using the comfort of our own living room, the safety of our own living room. I like that. But we're going in like we were there. So, and like we're the killer. I want to profile this killer. The only thing we can do, everyone, is really get a profile of this killer and find out how she knows him. You know, how are they connected? You have to consider randomosity, and I'm considering that. You know, I am. You know, randomosity is a really son of a gun, isn't it? It's a real son of a bitch, guy. You know, it's a problem, you know, when somebody chooses you, and that's a problem. And you can't do nothing about that. You can't prepare for that knock at the door, and it's death. It's literally the Grim Reaper, Mrs. Hanlon. Mrs.? Okay. No more. So, check it out, right? Due to the condition of the scene. Now we don't have anything. So every word that these cops are giving us on this description, we gotta hold on. We gotta make something of it. Due to the condition of the scene. Brutal murder, condition of the scene. Messy. What's going on in there? Holy shit. We got no pictures. I mean, we got pictures of the place, I'm sure, you know, but I don't know. Do they have crime? More crime. We're gonna go further into that. They don't want to give us nothing on this? Why? You don't ask yourself that, you know? Why are the cops so hush-mouth? Why is this like this? I'm like looking for everything and anything. We can't get it. Okay. I guess there's a lot of Patricia Ann Hanlons, everybody. Because there's like, okay. We're going in, reading the report. Due to the condition of the scene, wow, it's a mess, it's blood, it's whatever, why, it's so bad in there that they can't tell certain things, and they're gonna say, listen, investigators believe that she's been deceased for several days, and that the murder occurred sometime between July 21st and the 27th of July, 26 years ago, basically to the day. Evidence at the scene confirmed that Mrs. Hanlon was the victim of a violent homicide. Violent, they say, brutal. Do you hear these words? Brutal and violent was the murder and death of 53-year-old Patricia Ann Hanlon. Keith Town says, I love cops. The show, Bad Boys, I love the song. Classic. Thank you, Keith Towns. Appreciate you, brother. 58. They got to get going, though. They got to get moving. ADHD says, everything says love cops and ice. Appreciate the time. I like ice in my cup. It is really good on a hot day. So thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate your time. Awesome. Ice cones are good. What is it? Snow cones on a hot day. So you got to put her on ice. Patricia Hanlon, everyone, is on ice. Literally. Probably just being stored away. They have DNA. They got, listen, a mess. Go. Brutal, violent. It's a fight. It's a struggle. Is it a fight or struggle with a 53-year-old? Do you want to see her? We're going to take a look, another look. You see the thumbnail. This is her. This is all we got shot-wise. So just look at the thumbnail. Thank you, HD Everything. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Keith Towns, ADHD, you guys for coming in. Everybody coming in and out, thank you. Thanks for liking. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for giving a like, ADHD. Appreciate you. I really do. Thanks for your time, guys. I know it's hard to come in and just even type something. I appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you all for your time. So, and for the like, thank you. And thank you for another like. Let's go. Let's get fired up. We're getting fired up. We're going to solve. We can't be armchair detective warriors. Monday morning quarterback this thing, baby. Think I missed nothing on her, man. Poor woman. 100. Thank you, ADHD. Thank you, guys. All you that liked and are just being. I appreciate you. I do not agree. ADHD said, I do not agree with something they do, but I do believe they are necessary. Thank you, ADHD. What is it? Some necessary evils, right? And you are correct. You know, but you guys, we gotta, like AGH saying, there's the necessary evils, but we gotta learn how to bypass the evils, to see through the evils, and not get involved in these evils. You know, to see the evil coming. And AGHC, you got a good point. You know, sometimes you can't see the evil coming. It's just natural selection. It will be I Ching and all that shit. But you gotta try your best. Patricia, what happened here? What happened to her? Should she try her best? I'm sure she did. She lived in a great little community, guys. We're overhead here. We are down on the street level. You know, it looks very secluded, looks very private. Looks like she knows her neighbors. They would know something's wrong. Highly unusual. Brutal, violent. Struggle, possibly. Brutal death, hand to hand. So they're using hand. What would you say would be brutal, like in a murder movie? You know, you say, well, that was a violent, brutal scene. Well, you wouldn't say those two words together. You would say that was a violent scene. And I would say, you would say violent, and I would say, well, damn, that was pretty fucking brutal. Right? What are you looking at? You know, what are you looking at? Where's she found? They're not going to tell us where she found. You know what I want to say? They say she's found in the bedroom. Hold on, we're going to see the bedroom here. Wow. Brutal, violent. A mess. Due to the condition of the scene, they believe she was deceased for a while. So it might be maggots. It might be decomposition. Right? There's got to be some kind of deco here. Who didn't smell that shit? Who called the police? We don't have much to work on. Due to the condition of this scene. What are they trying to say, guys? That it was fucking Manson-like? We walking into blood everywhere? Are we walking into Johnny Depp and A Nightmare on Elm Street shit? What are we walking in on here? They say they're in the bedroom, in the bed. What are we seeing? Was she attacked in the bed? Was this for nefarious purpose? I'm saying, was this for assault purposes? You know, did this person come in the night? Did they come in the dark? Did they come with a purpose not for robbery, but for a violent, brutal assault murder? They can't tell it's personal or if it's a serial killer. They couldn't tell if it was on the fling because they don't got enough. Because the murder might be so heinous and brutal that they think it's personal, but then again, it could be so fucking a psycho. You know, I think it was a murder years ago. Somebody walked in, the cops walked in, and there's a fucking head on a shelf or something, you know? This murder was so brutal or whatever it was, but there was something about it like this. Like, you know, you walk in and you're kind of like, I don't know, it's personal though. I think it was a personal thing, see? But I don't know what these cops are looking at when they walk into this room, this apartment, guys, overhead. Someone's living there. You know, someone's living there. Holy shit, you living there? Y'all want to see where they're living, where this murder took place, this massacre they're talking about, walking in on? They don't even show us pictures. Where's my pictures of the crime scene? I got to go harder, maybe. I got to search harder. I'm on the regular way. I'm 2009 iMac. I couldn't even get, the lag would not let me look. You know, guys, I need more equipment. I need better glasses. I need new equipment. I need it all. That's why I'm streaming every day, grind. Demonetized, but I believe we can happen. Believe in the people. Believe in the people. I am you. You are me. So let's go on. I'm rambling. I love it. Investigators believe she's been deceased for several days and the murder occurred sometime between July 21st and the 27th. Got to go back to calendar days. Probably see what days those were in 2000. But 2000 is such like just like an infancy of technology and internet and CCTV and, you know, she probably had a landline phone. Gotta have a landline phone, Patricia. What happened with the phone? Why aren't they telling us about this phone? Landline phone, no cell phone, guys, 2000. You're going landline, pure fucking landline. Patricia Ann Hanlon, 53 years old. She has a fucking landline phone. Even if she can't afford it, the government, the state's giving it to her. You know, help, I phone and I can't get up, beep, beep. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck she's working full time. You know what I mean? Where's the phone line? Thanks for the 3 likes. Thank you guys. All 3 of you that liked, all you that coming in. ADHD, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love the correspondence. I'm here to correspond. I'm here to fucking solve crimes. We're here to talk about crimes, death, violence, everything we can get into. I'm here to profile, y'all. I really want to profile these people. Rant and review them real, Double E style. Where they at, these killers? They're around, but like it's 2000 now. It's 26 years later. Patricia Ann Hanlon is 53 years old. So let's say this killer is young. I say he's male. He's definitely male, and he's younger than Patricia. And he's stronger. And he's way angrier. So male, what, 25 to 35? All right, white male, 6 foot, right? Your typical lineup, everyone, to handle business here in this area of Georgia at the time of 2000. You know, only one going unnoticed walking in that motherfucker. That's guaranteed to get in there. They're not saying breaking and entering, guys. How did this person get in? It's violent. Caught her by surprise. There it is, we're reviewing. Now you're ranting. Well, I'm trying, guys. Well, fucking give me some time. I'm only 21 minutes in. We got it. I'm trying to solve a crime with nothing. Trying to tell you who the fuck it might be and what the reason was. So, and what it looked like in that motherfucker, you know? It wasn't good. What did I just say? Oh boy, oh boy. What's he doing again? Oh, he's fucking, what was it? Oh, guys, I lost it. Can y'all run that back for me? I fucking lost exactly what's, coming in. What did he do? Oh, the entering. How did he enter? It's at night, right? On the cover of darkness. So it doesn't matter then if at night. It doesn't matter who you are at night. You could be the Jolly Green fucking Giant at night walking through the fucking door. You know what I mean? Like, or walking through the window. She's dead for a while and nobody notices. Is that strange? It seems like Patricia, her family wants closure. Well, what family is that? Her distant fucking ancestors? Relatives from now? That she never met before? What about the people she met in life that were alive around 2000? They still around? Is this killer still around after 26 fucking years? You know, guys? Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Add on I remember now. So he's 30. Guys, go 40. Give the killer 40. So give him 13 years younger, right? Just give him that over Patricia for the murder, right? It's brutal and it's violent, so it's physical. So the person is very physical. They're strong. They're stronger than this fucking firecracker. She looks like a firecracker, y'all. She ain't going down. You wake her ass up in the middle of the night trying to kill her. So yeah, fuck me. I ain't. I'll tell you that. I'm swinging my motherfucking fences. So we're going to take it by surprise because it's violent and brutal. It might be a possible struggle. And this might take place violently, brutally in the bedroom. We're going to read that. I think it's in the bedroom setting. So 40, tack on 26 to that. This person's 66. You know, like in the 60s. You know? So they could be sitting pretty still around this neighborhood. We're going to go to Google Earth, guys, and we will go out a little further. It is downtown Georgia or downtown Catersville or something, just short of here. So this person, how do they enter the parking lot? Do they go by foot in 2000 or do they go by car? You know, is this person by car or by foot? Is this a come up or is this an assault? If they're coming by car, it's an assault. It's personal. They want something, not money. If they're going by foot, it's money. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't got no fucking car. In 2000? Yeah, they definitely on foot. They definitely want some money and some randomosity, or they're opportunistic. But she's been living there a while, right? So it doesn't strike me as that. It would strike me to have to be personal, or it was for assault purposes. So there's a lot of questions that we don't have answers to. I'm not an FBI profiler, unfortunately. If I was, maybe we can get I can get some more information on this case, you know, and see some pictures and, you know, talk to some people in the neighborhood at the time or try to look them up from 2000. And the family, too. The family I would like to speak to. But I don't know the case of entry here, the point of entry. Was there breaking and entry, guys? I don't have the fucking full report. That sucks, doesn't it? They're really debilitating the public if they want help, guys. The reason I'm bringing this case up is there's very little, and I like to investigate things right off what we have. But if the police are going to say they need more and then give us nothing in return, you know, tell us, here, take nothing and make something out of it. Motherfucker, it's been 26 years. You got to come out with more details. They think that this killer is listening, or the person's involved, or people involved, or someone that knows the killer or knows of it, or has a sense of it is going to say something or spiel something by this violent, brutal words. Like they're gonna know by the generalized description we're reading, the real killers, someone that has real information is gonna know more in detail. Like about, they're gonna say brutal, and they're gonna say, what do you mean brutal? How brutal? And then I would say, well, stabbed in the neck brutal, see? And that's when the cops are like, how did you know that? That wasn't released. And that's when they take the person serious, whether it's the killer or not. So, right? Does that make sense, y'all? So, yeah, we wanna know, I wanna know without this motherfucker calling, I wanna be that cop on the other end ready to go. Like, I wanna know what he knows before he tells me. You know what I'm saying? I should know that as an FBI profile, if he's the killer or not, or what the deal is here. You know? I should be on my P's and Q's. You know, I should be eating, sleeping, death, and life. You know? You know, eating it up, chopping it up. What is he thinking? What the fuck? Like, what is this shit? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like this sucker. So he's brutal, he's violent. You know what it is about this case, too? Like I said, the very little information coming out. Very little information. Very little. And you got to look at past cases, right? Why would they release so little in a case like this, so brutal? Wouldn't they be in a rush to get this fucker off the street? Now, see, now we're ranting. See, now we got to go, right? Why? Why not press and give more if this fucker's a serial killer or it's randomosity? You know what I mean, guys? Thanks for the 4 likes. I really appreciate all the likes. Google is evil. 9948 says, it was you. Wow, that would be an easy solve, wouldn't it? No, it's not that easy, unfortunately. Thank you, Google's evil. Evil. Little evil. Evil is evil. Google's is evil. Google's evil or Google's evil? I don't know, Google it. I don't know, Google it. Google it, my friend. Thank you, Google is evil. Evil. Thank you, Google's evil. You're awesome. Appreciate you. Thanks for your time, dude. Google's evil. Okay. What other search engine, brother? I'll use any other search engine you tell me, my friend. I believe you. Why would I even believe you? We believe the police, guys. You know, they want to help, so they're giving us all this information about Patricia and Hanlon. But there's no information. So we're gonna extract it from their bullshit. So yeah, no Google can help us, unfortunately, here. Thank you, Google. So Stonehenge, he says. Thank you very much. What is that, from Halloween 3? Stonehenge? They're trying to kidnap it? What are they trying to do with Stonehenge? Is that dude trying to take over? Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Stonehenge, baby. I get the review on my channel. Check it out. Big movie fan. The case, how can I not be a big movie fan with shit like this going on in the world, right? You gotta be a big Google. You gotta be a big movie fan. If you do this shit, horror movie fan, this shit is horrible. Worse than any horror movie you could ever think about is real life, really, guys. You would not believe it, how movies and TV shows do not compare to true crime at all. Just when you thought it was safe, you know, something else comes out that you get locked in a suitcase, you know, playing hide and seek, and you die in a suitcase. Whoa, what? Yeah, that's actually how it happens. Google it. It's evil. Check it, right? I don't know what we're doing here. Investigators believe she had been deceased for several days and the murder occurred between, I told you, 21st and 27th. Can't tell because of the decomposition, because of the mess he made. Because of the mess you made. The mess he made. He made a mess. He made a sick fucking mess. Evidence at the scene confirmed that Mrs. Hanlon was the victim of a violent homicide. Violent. Brutal. They used the word brutal before. At the time of her death, Patricia Hanlon was employed at Lacey Mills in Cartersville. I have Cartersville. We're there on Google Earth. Yeah, we're there on Google Earth. Cartersville. Lacey Mills. It sounds like a cereal company. It sounds like a factory job. So the reason I'm saying this factory job and getting her employment a little bit, she was known as a dedicated employee whose tragic death deeply impacted her family, friends, and those who knew her. No doubt about it, but check it. If she was a dedicated employee, she was probably very on point and timely. Why didn't the job fucking call for her, dude? Was she on vacation? What is that shit? Stop. Stop, drop, roll, stop, open up shop. No, that's how Not Rough Riders roll. What the fuck is that? Oh, she was known as, she's so dedicated that she has a landline phone in 2000, guys. We didn't bother calling her at all for a whole fucking week. Was she on vacation? Come on, y'all. What the fuck is that? Is she on vacation? Alright. You know what? I can't. I thought this would be so hard. Like, really, I was like, we were not going to go nowhere with this one. There's nothing. Well, what the hell is that? At the time of her death, Patricia Hanlon was employed at Lacey Mills in Cartersville. She was known as a dedicated employee, but she was dead for a whole fucking week. But they don't know when she died. Nobody cares about Patricia Ann Hanlon. The job, she was so dedicated. The job is so heartbroken. The family's so heartbroken. But nobody gives a fuck to make a phone call or walk to the front door and knock for a whole damn week. She's dead between the 21st and 27th. There's such a mess in there. And the smell's so horrible and the mess is everywhere. They can't even tell how fucking long she was dead for and how long she sat in there. Because she's a dedicated employee though, guys. Oh, Patricia's not in today? That's not like her. Ah, fuck it. Call in Roger. Oh, Patricia's not in again today? Ah, fuck it. Call in Megan. Oh, what? Patricia's not in again today? Don't notify the police. Don't do a welfare check. Don't call the family. Fuck it. Call in Larry. You guys hear what I'm saying? Oh, the family. Oh, your mom didn't show up for work today. Your sister didn't show up for work for the second day in a row. You think you want to go over there? Check her out? No, they're not concerned. What the fuck's going on in this town? What's going on in this town? She was known as a dedicated employee whose tragic death deeply impacted her family, friends, and those who knew her. Well, you can see that, guys. They're out there advocating. They got posters. They are checking on her daily here leading up to her death. As you see, she's not dead. She's not dead long, right? They don't know when she's dead because nobody checked on her. She's been dead for a long time. She was known as a dedicated employee, so it's nothing unusual that she didn't show up to work for a whole fucking week. Oh, really, guys? Yeah, there's nothing wrong. Dedicated. She'll show up eventually in a fucking body bag with worms coming out her eyes. Still want her to come into work? That's what they want you to do, guys. Work wants you to still come in. Fuck if you got worm and maggots coming in your eyes and you're fucking dead. Get into this job. Clock that shit in. Yeah, that's what they want from us. That's what they want from you guys. They want to work you to death like Patricia. The case remains a priority of our agency, said Cartersville Police Chief Kevin Collinger. After more than 2 decades, we have not given up our commitment to finding those responsible for Patricia's murder. For those? For those? That's more than one. For those. Those? Why does he use the word those? This case remains a part of our agency, said Cartersville Chief Kevin Collinger. After more than 2 decades, that's 6 years, we have not given up on our commitment to finding those responsible. Those responsible, those. How do you say that with saying singular, not plural? How do you say it in singular? This case remains a part of our agency, said Cartersville Police Chief Kevin Collinger. After more than 2 decades, we have not given up our commitment to finding the person responsible. Okay, the person responsible, right? That's what you say. Not one. What the fuck? After more than 2 decades, we have given up commitment to finding those responsible. Those responsible. Someone knows what happened. There's more than one person. Whoa, he's I put the phone down. Why is he talking like that? Well, this cop is giving us more information, knowingly doing it for reasons, nefarious reasons. I don't give a fuck. He's probably the killer or whatever he's doing. Or he's letting the killer know or killers know that he has more information, that he knows there's more than one of them. Wow. All right. Very good then. So it's brutal, it's violent. It takes more than one person to get done, huh? There's 2 people involved. Why do they say that? It's either A, they have presence of 2 different people, or they have evidence of 2 different people. Meaning that, thanks for the 5 likes, I appreciate that. Thank you, everything you do, guys. Thank you. The real viewer loves you, he thanks you, he thinks about you, always. I'm telling you. You kidding me? You guys, without you, I'm dead, man, right? We don't nothing. We are nothing. Thank you. The real viewer loves the communication. I love the support. I need it. Been demonetized 4 years. I appreciate you. Any support is needed. We're going in on this. So Patricia needs us to go in on this, man. What the hell is going on? The family don't give a shit. The job don't care. The cops don't care. What's going on with this? So what was I getting at? This person. Oh, 2 people. So the cop says those responsible. Because someone knows what happened. Because he knows there's 2 people and someone else knows. So he's telling that other person that knows to tell on the other person. You know, one of them to tell on each other. Those responsible. Those. More than one. I thought it was one killer. It's more than one. It's 2. It's 2 people. They have evidence of more than one person in a brutal, violent home invasion homicide. Possible home invasion. Blunt force strangulation stabbing. Gun? Can't shoot the gun. It's a mess in there. What are they doing in there? Ramsack? What is going on in that house? True Story says, is this like a true crime channel? Yes. I mean, it's a review channel. I review true crime. I review movies, shows. I review people. I review everything. The weather, if I like. This is my YouTube channel. You're YouTubing with me live every day if I want. And I talk about all kinds of subjects. Yes. This is a Real Ram Reviewer channel. True Story, 1982. Thanks for coming. But yes, we're talking true crime. I love talking true crime. I've always talked true crime, guys, from day one on my channel. Check it out. I always have rant readings of serial killers. Yeah, Richard Kuklinski is one of the most interesting mafioso serial killers out there. I do montages from 4 years ago, guys. I love killers, and this is a niche I should be talking about. And I like, yeah, it's just true crime. We're trying to solve crimes with very little evidence. I do videos like that, True Story. I do crimes that have been solved, and murderers, and the ones that have not. I love the ones that have not, and the unsolved. And this is true crime. Nothing better. The movies don't compare to true crime. But this is where I get a lot of information, right? We get it from movies, shows, and real life. Yes, I have experienced true crime in my life, in real life. So I hope you haven't. Thank you for the 6 likes. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support. Been demonetized for 4 years. Thank you. So I'm vaping too. Do what you got to do, guys. Get your water, get your soda, get your vape. Do whatever you have to do. What you like to do. I wonder what y'all like to do, like the Real Rare Reviewer people that, you know what I mean? The ones that, the subs, the likers, I really wonder, guys, I really care about you. I wonder what you like to do, you know, while you watch the Real Rare Reviewer. Besides listen to them, right? And try to get in on this and think and learn about these cases and people and how they think and who is doing this shit. So it's more than 2 people because the cop is coming out. You know why we can take his words? Because let me tell you something about police. They're going to choose their words very carefully, especially when it comes to an unsolved murder case, a cold case, 26 years. They know the person possibly is out there listening, or someone that knows what happened. Those responsible, not the person responsible. See? He gives us that new information without telling us outright, right? So you have to be really listening. And if you're the killer or involved in this murder, you will really be listening. See? And you'll say, holy shit, he knows there's more than one of us. Oh, man, what did you do? What do they got? How did they figure that out, right? That's what they're going to be fucking shitting their pants now. Thank you for the 7 likes. But that, I was wondering, guys, right? They're coming out with new information. They need new information. But that's how they do it. Oh, they're so fucking good. Oh, the cops are good. Woo! The cops are good, boys and girls. That's why you gotta be smarter than everyone else. And it's hard because there's always someone smarter. That's the problem out there. There's always that one smarter person than the other. So we can't really get away with too much, right? Only for a time. And then in the end, you get it all coming back to you. So, holy shit. He releases the new info, basically speaking to the murderers, telling them, hey, we know it's more than one of you who did this, so give up the other, because your day is coming. Someone knows what happened, he says, he continues, and even the smallest piece of information could provide the breakthrough we need. Memories fade, circumstances change, and people who may have been reluctant to speak in the past may now be willing to come forward. I told you. Because it's fucking been 26 years. The killer is like 60, possibly dead, but there's another person possibly alive. And that's what they're saying, that there's two people, 50-50 shot, one of them still alive. So they're saying that circumstances change, time changes, memories fade. Do you guys hear what he's saying, this person? I don't know if I should stop this stream, and I'm just talking stupid. I think I should stop talking. Because I was going to put this video on and do the stream. I'm like, listen, I'm going to post shit from this video. I'm like, you're not the Real Rare Reviewer. You know, you're not true crime. I'm like, well, then put it to the test. I'm telling myself in my head, guys. I'm like, put myself to the test. You such big hot shit, Real Rare Reviewer. Take a case with nothing and make something out of it. Show us where you made it. Because I want to be tested. I want my mind. I want to sweat. I want my mind to go places. I want to have migraines, you know, which I'm getting from this, but from doing these lives. But real quick, guys, the data coming out with new information on this case 26 days to the day this woman was brutally murdered. We're there on Google Earth. We're there in her apartment. Sorry, I'm banging into my shit. It's not even mine. I rent, guys. I don't own shit. Never will. Don't want to own nothing. Just want to live. Just want to tell the truth. Get through. Thank you, guys. But what do you think of that? You know? What do you think of that? Holy shit. So he talks to the person that's alive, that one of them might be alive still. There's two people, he talks to them. Because he's supposed to reveal new information at this press but this is the information. But he's releasing it without us knowing, because we don't know. We're not the killers. We're not involved in the crime. So he says, memories fade, the bad memories, right? They fade. Circumstances change, as in people die. You don't have to be under their thumb, because I know it's two of you. So it's safe to come out. People die and circumstances change. And people may have been reluctant to speak because you're under pressure from the other person, you know, in the past, because the person's still alive. That's pressuring you not to speak. There's two people here may now be willing to come forward because one of them is dead. So it frees the other one to speak. We encourage anyone with information to contact us. Amazing. Wow, I'm impressed. I really am. I'm impressed with these policemen. I'm impressed because I was pissed off before coming on here because I'm like, I got nothing. That's the whole point. But these cops are fucking like, we're releasing new information. And I'm like, where is it? And I had to read here. And here it is. It's all here, the new information. He's saying it in like codex to the, you know, in like code to the killer, or killers. You see that? And he's telling them, come forward, it's okay. You know, one of you, you know, it's been 26 fucking years. There's two of you. One of you's got to break. One of you's got to have a conscience and be, you know? What do you think, everyone? Thanks for the 7 likes. I appreciate it. Damn. Hot damn chickadee damn chicken. Right? What the fuck is that? Work it, Real Rare Review. I worked it. I'm not even getting nothing for this, man. I'm demonetized, bro. Over 100,000 views on my videos. 30,000 in the last 3 days. And I don't get paid from any of it, guys. I won't get nothing. If I had millions of views, I need you guys to really go. You know, I need a sponsorship. I need all this shit. I need donations. It ain't gonna be enough. I won't be here long. I gotta go. What do they say? I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, guys. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. That's for sure. It's just the way life is for me. Yeah. What is it? Oh, fuck. Beautiful. Okay, I'm reading on. Hold on. Investigators believe there are individuals. Okay, so he comes out and say it, more than one. All right. Investigators believe there are individuals who may have information about Patricia Hanlon's murder that have yet to come forward. Even details that may have seemed unimportant at the time could prove critical, combined with evidence developed throughout the investigation. A single tip could be the key to finally identifying the person responsible. The Cartersville Police Department and Georgia Bureau of Investigation, GBI, remain committed to pursuing every available lead until Patricia Hanlon's killer is identified and brought to justice. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. What's up? Love you, buddy. All right. Not sure what he said. Oh, he's watching my live stream. Okay, cool. Thanks for the support, son. I got a supporter. I love it. My son, he's watching. Great. But it's a little violent here, so you shouldn't watch. Not for kids. Yeah, he's watching his cartoons. I said, listen, thanks for the support, but this is not... Usually I do movie reviews, guys. I've been doing those, but these have been hot fire. So I'm going with what works, and I'm tired of not going with stuff I am just doing that doesn't work. So why would I continue? That's insanity. So I'm not gonna... I'm creative. I want to adapt. I want to I-Ching. And that's it. So we're doing whatever it needs to be done. The case remains a priority. So... They do believe there's individuals, really quick, may have unimportant, if yet to come forward, even details that may seem unimportant at the time of Wow. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so I did get a phone call. Sorry, guys. I'm living you YouTubing with me. You're gonna be with me in my life. I'm really into this, trying to get this done. That's it. So you're with me in YouTube. This is it. You're with me, and that's it. You're with me every day. Whatever happens is gonna happen. You're gonna get a phone call. I'm gonna get somebody bumming in, try to rob my house. So you're gonna be with me, guys. I have 2 kids. And they're with me here, and I'm taking care of them as we do lives. I take breaks, I spend time with them, I cook, I clean for them, I laugh with them, they support me, my family supported me through this, thinking that I can become a YouTuber or make financial success from YouTube and to do a job I love, which is speaking about things I am interested in, and telling the truth about them, doubly reels. So yeah, thank you guys. Just wanted to sum that all up for you, because I don't know. I really don't know. The situation is unique. Everybody's situation is unique. So that's the new information we have for Patricia Hanlon here. A single tip could be the key to identifying, yes, the person responsible. They want this person to come forward. Give me a second about this, because there's something stranger about it. It's not as... It sounds kind of cut and dry there, but there's something else about that last statement. I want to get there. Real quick, so let me just cover this. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover with that. Where's my pen at? Gotta have my pen in my hand. Where's my red pen? There it is. Gotta have my red pen, guys. It's key to success. No, that's what I wanted to cover. So, males, personal grudge, person known to victim. No, they're not known to the victim. That's what I get from this whole press conference. No, stranger. Right? Stranger. Because he wants the person to come out and rat. They don't have anything on that. So yeah. Stranger, right? A single tip could be the key to identifying the person responsible. Okay, investigators believe there are individuals who may have information about Patricia Hanlon's murder that have yet to come forward. How would they know that, guys? Come on, talk to the real reviewer. How would they know that? Thanks for the 8 likes. I really appreciate you guys for the 8 likes for this video. I didn't think it would get any like, so thank you. You surprise me every time, the real reviewer audience. And that's what you are when you come in here. I thank you so much. You're part of my life. I take it very fucking serious. You guys, I take serious. I do. I appreciate your time. Fuck yeah, I do. No idea. I try to shout you guys out by name. Look at that. 2 Stories, Google search, all you guys. ADHD, Keith, all you guys. Everybody that liked, that I didn't mention, everybody that comes in and doesn't speak, thank you for your interest in the true crime and in the real reviewer and how he delivers it. Yeah, I do it only one way, and that's the real way, double E. So, yo, provide, could prove critical when combined with evidence. Hold on a second. I'm getting a headache now because I'm starting to think, and you know, who's the fucking profiler? I never watch those FBI profilers, guys, but I wonder who the best one is. But I get headaches because I'm thinking about these. Sorry, guys, I gotta take some aspirin. I get a headache thinking about this shit. It's like Dr. House. I really do. My son said I look like Dr. House. Maybe I'm Dr. House, y'all. The FBI profiler one, you know? What is it, CSI? That dude? All right, something's bothering me here. Hold on. I'm going to it. I want to thank everybody today, though. Thank you all very much. More streams to come. Tell me all day, all night. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping until this is accomplished, until I get to the top of the algorithm or something, or sponsorship or donations. We're not stopping. We're going to prove we can achieve things that you put your mind to. We're going to prove it. Yeah, I love it. I want to hear that. I want to hear that come to fruition. A single tip could be the key to finally identify right. But this part here, even details that may have seemed unimportant at the time could prove critical when combined with evidence developed throughout the investigation. What is that? I gotta run around. Hold on, guys. I gotta run around. What's going on? Gotta hit my vape. And I gotta run around. Does that make sense, huh? I gotta make sense of the statement here. What is he saying? Even details that may have seemed unimportant at the time of the murder, 2000, could prove critical when combined with evidence developed. DNA? Wait, stop. Wait. Looney Tunes, even if details may have seemed unimportant at the time, could prove critical when combined with evidence developed throughout the investigation. So he needs something. He's putting something with something. He needs. I can't make of it, guys. I can't. Even details that may have seemed unimportant at the time could prove critical when combined with evidence developed. I get it. Okay, maybe it's just an overall general thing he's saying. You know, like come on, just anybody, anything. A single tip could be the key. Okay, basically, these are individuals who may have information have yet to come forward. All right. Let's go to Google Earth real quick. Lacey Mills is where she works. And I'm sure they were all over Lacey Mills. It's probably no more longer Lacey Mills. It sounds like a factory. But Lacey Mills. Really? So guys, I'm zoomed out here in downtown Cartersville, Georgia. Downtown. Really, she lives really close to downtown, guys. You know, that strikes me, you know? It's just, I wonder where this Lacey Mills is, the factory she works at. Really, like, she's so close to this downtown's Cartersville, guys. So close. Does she have a car? These are details that people that know her know. These are details that the killer knows. You know, these are details the cops are not really going to give us. Wow, she's so close to downtown's Cartersville. Really is so close. She must work. This Lacey Mills must be really close down here, guys. I think it's renamed or something, but it must be one of these warehouses here or something in downtown Cartersville. I mean, look at this big ass factory, the Tintorino Pino USA. Yeah, I'm sure that's one time was this or that, right? Could be any one of these fuckers. But I was really thinking a grudge with like, not a grudge, but a debt over money. This was over money, and it was like work related, you know? But she's so close to downtown Cartersville. She is literally, guys, who could walk out of this apartment and go right to downtown's Cartersville from her house within minutes. Literally fucking minutes. It's wow, you know? I'm looking around just a little more around the area of the Google Earth and her apartment. It's creepy. It's creepy because of the way it's secluded, you know, in this little nook. But she's close to. I wonder what the Lacey Mills was nowadays, you know. Lacey Mills in Cartersville. There's another article here. Police in Cartersville in Georgia. This is just from yesterday. Yeah, this is 26 years. They're searching for new leads. It's more than 26 years. Was found dead in the bedroom of her apartment. In this bedroom, one of these apartment guys that somebody's living in. She was brutally murdered in there. On North Irwin Street, the mystery behind her killing remains unsolved. Investigators believe that Hanlon had been dead for several days before her body was found, that someone killed her between July 21st and the 27th. Officials described why. Wait. I don't understand why they can't tell, like, you know, the exact time of death. You know, guys, like, is it come from decomposition? So listen, if the advanced stages of decomposition, you know, it'd be dead for so and so long a time, wouldn't you? What is the mix-up here with this body of time of death? You know, I like to know that. You know, investigators believe that Hanlon had been dead for several days before her body was found, that someone had killed her between July 21st and July 27th. Someone. Now they're saying one person. So, it's hard to say, but yeah, possibly one person. And it probably could be one person, the cops saying those responsible, because maybe there's a getaway driver, maybe there's a presence of a second person, maybe this person stole some items. There's got to be something here that leads them to believe that, but that someone else knows things besides the killer. The body was found, someone had killed her between, so I don't know why they can't tell time of death, guys, even if, you know, if it has been bloated or the shit's been decomposing, you'll be like, well, it's been dead 6 days, it's been decomposing for, you know? No? Alright. Officials described Hanlon as a dedicated employee at the Lacey Mills rug plant in the city. Yeah, in downtown Cartersville. That's what I assumed. And I assumed correctly. She's got to be working down here. Where is that now? That is Lacey Mills rug plant in the city, who's deeply affected by all who knew her. Give me a second, guys. We're going to go there. Lacey Mills rug plant. Can I actually type that in? I really don't think the name is the same, guys. You know, do you? In fucking 26 years. You still eating Lacey Mills? Lacey Mills? Nah, I don't even want to, like, go there, honestly. I just, like, Old Mill Road. Cartersville. It's downtown Cartersville, guys. She's very close to her job. Shit. She's close. It's just... authorities say they believe there is someone... Yeah, but she's dead for this whole time, but her job isn't calling her on the phone. Like, you know, guys, you know what I'm saying? She's dead for this whole time, but no one's calling her. Authorities say they believe there is someone who has information about Hanlon's murder who has not come forward, saying a single tip could help identify her killer. Because there's two people. So there's still two people by the police. They're saying that there's the killer and there's someone that was like an accomplice. See? What do they have? 2 different DNA? They have a man and a woman, guys? What do they have? Yep. It's on my desk. The PlayStation I was charging for you. So yeah, you guys, who do they have? A man and a woman here as the killers? This case remains a priority for our agency, Cartersville Police Chief Kevin Collinger said. After more than 2 decades, we have not given up our commitment to find those responsible for Patricia's murder. Someone knows what happened, and even the smallest for those responsible. Spawn could break through. Memories fade, circumstances change, and people who may have been reluctant to speak in the past may now be willing to come forward. We encourage anyone to make a second person involved in this murder. 2 people, a killer and an accomplice. 2 killers, because it was so brutal of a murder. They got evidence of 2 killers. They have evidence of 2 killers, but possibly one of them is just an accomplice and didn't really actually participate in the killing. Either way, they know more. The cops could be they're sounding this way to get this person to be comfortable and come out and speak. And that's what it is. There's 2 people involved in this murder. And the cops want one of them to come out and speak. That is a great line at the end, guys, to indicate that. He's talking to the killer and or accomplice, whoever's alive still after 26 years, and he's telling them they have information about the killer because they were there. And they have proof of them being there. So, wow, that's freaky. 2 fucking people, man and woman. What's the difference here? Like, you know, or is it 2 men? You know, I'm really thinking they're preying on the woman here, the way they're speaking. Maybe might even be the 2 men, but it's very, very direct to the person still alive that knows, and this just happened yesterday. Okay? So whoever the killer is in this town, he's still alive. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about, like, you know, DNA evidence, you know, but 2000, I don't know. There had to be a struggle. I'm sure Patricia has some kind of evidence. The cops have something. And they act like they don't have much, I know. But they given us a lot with that statement. I thought they gave us nothing, you know? They gave us some shit right there yesterday, whatever, right? It was just yesterday, guys, they're releasing that. So we're here over Google Earth. I do want to go to the Lacey Mills. So I just want to go to Lacey Mills and see what that's about. Lacey Mills. Cartersville, right? Carter. Alright, guys, I want to go to Lacey Mills. I want to see this place. But apparently I get lost here, probably. Where is it? So I'm looking for the Lacey Mills where she worked. I know it's got to be close. She's right close to downtown Cartersville. And it has to be changed, you know? It can't be the same damn place after 26 years. So I just Googled it, but Lacey Mills. I'm going all the way out, seeing if it shows up big. Alright, so it's not like that then. I just don't see Lacey Mills. Okay. I'm cool with that either way because I'm putting it in downtown somewhere. Usually I'm right close to it, and every time I type it in directly, it's like I'm so close it's under my nose. Isn't everything under our nose? Suck at seeing. I need new glasses. Downtown. So, gotcha. I want to go back to her apartment from downtown. So there's a main road here. Give me a second. This road. Damn, guys, that's scary secluded, you know? Let me just give you this real quick so you can see what I'm looking at. This is where her apartment. So 130. So we're looking at the overhead. Because I want to go on the main street, right? But look at the overhead view. Parking lot. Someone had to be a getaway driver. Is that what it was? So look here, like, that's one of these apartments is where she was murdered. People live here. You know? Murdered brutally in a bedroom of one of these apartments. But that's what I'm thinking is that possibly there's a getaway driver here. So it was a possible robbery or some shit. And there was a getaway driver. And that's why there's two people involved. One was a getaway driver, one was an accomplice to the crime, and one was the actual murderer. And they probably didn't know that the person was committing the murder, just the robbery, or just didn't even know that, and they were just a getaway driver. They could have been, you know. I think the cops kind of sound like that, don't they? When the way they're speaking. Really. But that is creepy. And then, you know, yeah, I was thinking that. Like, how do you get there? On foot, on car? But it is a really good escape route here. There's just a street that just goes all the way to downtown Cartersville. It's North Irwin Street. That's the street she lives on. It's perfect. It goes right through the heart of the city. So, they're gone after that. But, damn. You know, I'm thinking a getaway driver, guys. I really am. They believe someone has information. And that has not come forward yet. So, they know there's someone there involved in the crime that has information. Two people. Someone knows what happened. Someone saw it. That's what they're saying. This person was there. This person knows that the murder occurred. And even the smallest piece of memory could provide the breakthrough we need. Memories fade. Look at this last statement by this police officer. Memories fade. This is just yesterday to the killers. Memories fade, meaning that what you saw and what you went through with this murder, it's okay. It could be forgiven. It goes away. Circumstances change. Things change. People died. Maybe the person died that was holding you under duress from coming out and saying what happened. So circumstances change, we understand that, and people who may have been reluctant to speak in the past may now be willing to come forward. So now that, right, the person's dead, it's been 26 years, now the person under arrest can be released and you can come out and get this off your chest. Because you're free to do that. So the killer's actually, right? That's what they're saying here. It's interesting. It really is. I was thinking, how do you get to this, how do you get out of there? It's like, how do you get there first? And how do you get out? Like by foot or by car? By bicycle? Like how you move, so someone's waiting in this parking lot. See? So this is what I say then. It was a robbery, right? A robbery of her, because she was specific. Because there's a lot of other apartments, see? But it was robbery. So the getaway driver's parked here, waiting for this guy turned into a killer, obviously. I don't know what the fuck happened in the bedroom. Obviously something happened. It didn't go as robbery as planned, but the cops know it's something, like, they got it. So the getaway driver waits somewhere here. The dude hops out, the robber. He goes in through the window or whatever, in her bedroom, attacks her, takes some shit, kills her, comes running out. And the driver, they run out and they get away. They drive off. They go right to downtown. And they're gone. This is downtown Cartersville. They're gone. Look at that. Ghosts. That's her house. Gone. Downtown Cartersville. So, yeah. That's why there's two people. And that's why one of them knows something and wasn't directly possibly involved in the direct murder. But they know that someone was there. They might have tire tracks. I don't know. Do they got tire tracks, squealing out tracks? I don't know, man. They're not going to say that, right? I don't know. Do they got tire tracks here? The person's got to leave by car. He ain't running the fuck out of there, is he? Blood all over him. There's a massive fucking blood scene here, they're saying, man, probably. They're saying it was fucking brutal and violent. So just leave that to, I'll leave that to you. There's no gunshot, that's for sure. It sounds like it's a fucking knife or something, or a blunt force trauma. You know, you're gonna use the tool you're gonna use to break the window. You're probably gonna use on her. It was an attack. You know, he got caught by surprise. She fought back. She fought back. I believe it was a fucking fight up in that beast. They're not telling us, you know, how much of a struggle the 53-year-old put up. I've heard of even older women or even women, period, let alone men, killing their attempted killers, right, guys? Shooting them dead or beating them dead, out fighting them, you know? But this doesn't strike me as this person that did it isn't going to do it again. Like, that's what it strikes me as. Like, it was a robbery gone wrong, but this person it was a brutal attack. They said brutally murdered. So it's like, yeah, I mean, you walk in somebody's house and you kill them. That's a brutal murder, right? You fucking beat him over the head to death. Yeah, I think she's beat, guys. Beat to death. What do you think? What do you think so far? I mean, you know, I think I'm almost there. I think I'm almost there. I wanted to say, what really is strange, guys, what needs to be answered, honestly, is the work job. Why the job is saying that she was a dedicated employee and they loved having her, but she didn't show up for a whole fucking week. You feel me? What is that about, guys? What's about not showing up for a whole week and the job doesn't call and they don't send a welfare check? The family? Why is that body in there for a whole week? Come on, guys. What is up with this shit? They're not telling us. I'm going to Google it. That shit. We're Googling it. You know, I'm tired of sitting on this shit with nothing. Patricia Ann Hanlon. Why no calls? So, I just Googled Patricia Ann Hanlon, why no calls? It was 2 fucking days ago. So tight with these details to this case, right? So tight to the chest. Hold on, guys. We're going to the city of Cartersville. Tip us. An overview. And every tip of investigation input received from the public is crucial in solving the case information. This is a tip line here. So you can actually write a tip to them about this crime to the city of Cartersville. CPD seeks help in the cold case, but I got nothing else for you. This is highly disappointing. It really is. They want more help, but they won't give us shit. Condition of the scene. Well, the body was fucking decomposing then or something. I'm just trying to get more on this. Anything more on Patricia Hanlon? There is shit. That's it. I can't find any more on this poor woman and the details because they're holding them all tight to the chest. Really tight with these details. Because the person, they think someone's alive that knows it. There's 2 people involved. 2 people, no doubt. Oh, here it is, the GBI. I'm on the GBI, Georgia Bureau of Investigation website. So let's check this out. Let me show you. I'm on their site. All right, we're going to go hard on this. This is where I got the address for her location, her house. So they're on it. Unsolved. So the case info incident was 7/27 of 2000. That just yesterday, 26 years ago, to the day, over here on Google Earth, that apartment, she was brutally murdered inside of it. Yeah, the GBI cards will basically information on the death of Patricia Hanlon. The body of Mrs. Hanlon was discovered in the bedroom of her apartment by a concerned co-worker. Okay, guys, that's the answer to the question there. They did. A co-worker finally went over there. At approximately 12 p.m. on July 27th of 2000, Mrs. Hanlon had been brutally murdered. The back door. Oh, this is new information. I'm learning. Wow. The back door to Mrs. Hanlon's apartment was discovered to be partially opened when her co-worker arrived. There were no signs of forced entry into the apartment. Mrs. Hanlon appeared to have been deceased for some time prior to her body having been discovered. It's estimated the murder could have been occurred between July 24th. They're putting it even, they have an even more substantial time of death here, between 24th and 27th. Mrs. Hanlon was wearing bedclothes at the time of her death. Mrs. Hanlon's apartment was in disarray, and several items appear to be missing from the apartment. Got it. We got more information, baby. Yeah, man. So the motive is robbery. Like I told you, without this info, it's robbery. The motive is robbery. It's two people. You have a getaway. It's two people. So Mrs. Hanlon could have been deceased for some time prior to her body being discovered. It's estimated that the murder could have occurred. Now they got a shorter time period here, 24 to 27. Mrs. Hanlon was wearing bedclothes. Bedclothes, nighttime. Not in the morning, guys. Right? Nighttime. Nighttime attack. Nighttime murder in her bedroom. Never got out the bedroom. Stayed in the bedroom. This person attacked her when she was sleeping. And they were looking for something. Holy shit, guys, I'm getting really freaked now because this person is attacking her, killing her, and then looking for something afterwards. Who the fuck does that? Mrs. Hanlon was wearing bedclothes at the time of her death. Mrs. Hanlon's apartment was in disarray, and several items appear to be missing. What the fuck? This person is in there. This is a lot of information from the GBI all of a sudden, guys. I had nothing on this whole time. 76 minutes. Finally, we get substantial information here about what transpired inside that apartment and what the reason could be, the motive. The body of Mrs. Hanlon was discovered in the bedroom of her apartment by a concerned co-worker. We have a shorter distance here, to 24th to 27th. The co-worker finally shows up on the 27th. But she hasn't been heard from since the 21st. But it takes a concerned co-worker to do it. Okay, this co-worker, huh? He knows her. He knows her. Oh, he sure as hell knows her. Even more so, the family's not even as worried as this co-worker. Pretty fucking worried, this guy. Anyways, at approximately 12, Miss Hanlon had been brutally murdered. The back door to Mrs. Hanlon's apartment was discovered to be partially open when her co-worker arrived. But there were no obvious signs of forced entry into the apartment. There's no obvious signs. I'm not saying that there wasn't any signs. There wasn't any obvious signs. Gotta be really careful here with this fuck shit. So, there were no obvious signs of forced entry into the apartment. Possible forced entry inside, exit. You don't exit the way you came in, do you? You would exit more leisurely. Probably through the, like, how would you exit? You would exit way easier than you entered. Just putting that out there. Look at the back door. Whoa, we can see her apartment here. I'm there at 1:30 on Google Earth. The back door, huh? Well, the back door is another apartment behind her. Irwin Point Townhome. And then some other apartments. It's wooded area there too. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, back door, okay. I like this new information here. I like what I'm reading. There were no obvious signs of forced entry into the apartment. Mrs. Hanlon appeared to have been deceased for some time prior to her body being discovered. It is estimated that the murder could have occurred sometime between the 24th and 27th. They put a lesser time period, shortening this up. Mrs. Hanlon was wearing bedclothes at the time of her death. Mrs. Hanlon's apartment was in disarray and several items appear to be missing from the apartment. So listen, look, she's dead. She's dead, and then the apartment is ransacked. So she's dead. She's got to be dead. You don't ransack the apartment first and do all this noise and shit to alert Mrs. Hanlon, right? So you kill her first by surprise, and then you go ahead and trash the apartment, and you look, and several items were missing. So you take things like what? Were they valuables? We don't know. And if this person is smart, they're going to go in there. If they have a personal grudge, they're going to go in there and make it look like a robbery. So they go in there and personally take care of her brutally on the personal level, and then to throw off the investigation and that this wasn't personal or a coworker or something like that, they would go ahead and make it look like a robbery by trashing the place and taking items. But the cops aren't stupid. I'm sure they know if something was set up, right? So if this is a setup to make it look like a robbery gone wrong, but a personal murder, they would know that too, right? But this is what they got to tell us, because the killer is listening, the killer is reading, the killer is watching. Killers. They think it might be more than one, it sounds like. Possible getaway driver, possible robbery gone wrong. But this person kills her in the most brutalist of fashions, apparently here. It sounds like blunt force trauma / maybe strangulation. No stabbing. Now I'm taking stabbing out. I mean, I'm taking a weapon used, maybe a crowbar or something used to pry open the back door. However this was broken into is the main weapon used, more than likely. But they went in there under cunning when she was sleeping. She's still found in her bedclothes at the time of her death. You think she actually moved off the bed? I bet you that shit was fucking red stained after that. It was scarlet red after that, the bed stains. Stained scarlet. She's killed in the bedroom by cunning, by surprise. She's sleeping. This person snuck in. Snuck in the middle of the night. It's at night because she's in her bedclothes, guys. It's at night because she's in her bedclothes. When was she last heard from? You know, there's no last heard from here. There's like, you know when you guys got that, usually the beginning of a case, like, oh, well, this person was last heard from so-and-so, right, at this time, and this day, and this area, and this place. But no, we don't have any of that here, right? When she's last heard from, we don't have it. Guys, stop for a minute. I wanted to put this out there because this coworker is the one that finds the body. Convenient, you know, he finds the body finally, but guess what he finds it at? He finds it at 12 p.m. on July 27th. Guess when the time of death is? They put the time of the murder between July 24th and guess what? July 27th. The same time he finds, the same day and time he finds the fucking body, they're putting the time of death. This coworker's the only person concerned enough to go over there, apparently, and find Mrs. Hanlon in a pool of her own fucking blood, right? And the house trashed. He's the only one, huh? And he's the one that probably called 911, right? It's been so long that these bodies haven't been found. I bet you the coworker was like, how come nobody's going over there? He's like, fuck it, I gotta go over there. I gotta find the body. Y'all gotta find this body already. It's been a week. I mean, I murdered her fucking, right? Damn. Find the body already. So he's going over there himself to call it in. Look, so the time of death is the 24th to 27th. He finds it when, guys? On the 27th. So he's within the time frame. He's within the murder suspect time frame. No, he's the only one around there. Who else is going over there? They think it's two people, though, right? A coworker and someone else. You know, Mrs. Hanlon is a dedicated worker. You know, that stood out to me. You know, this whole thing about the job and her being dedicated and them treating her this way or whatever, it really stands out to me, this narrative they're pushing about the dedication to the job. You know, well, if she didn't show up, you would fucking know something was wrong. She's so damn dedicated. She ain't dedicated to death. Yeah, well, I'm dedicated to truth. Shit. Really, man. Wow. In her bedclothes. Attacked right in the bedroom while she was sleeping. Yeah. Her apartment was in disarray, and several items to be missing from the apartment. So, robbery, right? It's robbery unless it is personal. They, you know what gets me, guys? What gets me about this, okay, is she's killed in her sleep in the bedroom or whatever, brutally. That's what gets me, the personal part. You know? It's like, this goes far beyond robbery, right? It goes far beyond the necessary. You know, you would go and just like tie her up, or you would try not even to alert her, right? I don't know where she's found in the bed. So she's killed in the bed. She's killed by cunning. She's killed by surprise. She's surprised. She doesn't surprise him. She's surprised. See? That's the difference here. All right. But you got to ask yourself, guys, like the police is asking, is this, was this personal? You know, was this personal? And that they wanted money from her and she wouldn't give it, or whatever the deal was. They think they owed her money, whatever the deal was. But who's with her every day? Who's associating with her every day besides her family, her co-workers? You know, who's around Mrs. Hanlon every day? Her co-workers. You know, she's at work all the time, a dedicated worker. You know, that really stood out to me, that she's all about work. So she's going to be associating with people from work, maybe young people, you know, that see this as a come-up opportunity. I mean, who quit right after, you know? Do they have a list of people that quit the employment job shortly after this murder? You know, the co-worker, somebody at work. I always think, guys, my first intuition here, just reading through the little thing, was somebody at work. And they use someone else, too. It's a two-person job, you know? Because this person's got to get away. So there is a getaway driver. That's what I think. Getaway driver, two people involved. The one person went in. I don't know, man. That shit's really personal. That throws me off. You know, the brutality of this murder is what apparently really confuses a little bit the cops, you know? Because think about it. Thanks for the 9 likes. I appreciate you. Thank you, whoever liked. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you for the 9 likes. Thank you for liking. It means everything to me. I'm demonetized on this channel, so thank you. Any support is welcomed. I can't give up the channel, you know? Even though I make nothing off of it. I love it too much. Try too much work on the content. Thank you. Really appreciate it. So there are no obvious signs of forced entry into the apartment. We can't really take that for anything because they're saying no obvious signs. So the cops aren't giving us a definite on that, are they? No obvious signs. So only the killer or killers would know what the obvious sign was of the break-in and where it was, right? How obvious it was. It's not obvious to us enough. Or is it a window? I don't know. You're not coming in through the bedroom window because you're going to alert her. So they did go in through the door. I mean, how else do you enter and exit? You know, what's the easiest method to get in and out of this house? Look at these windows. Take a look at the windows. Let's take a closer look. Because these windows, it's the Dillon Apartments, apparently. Or something like that. Let me just check this out. The windows are so narrow. So, guys, let's take a look at the windows, and if you can enter in through, you know, Patricia Hanlon's windows, what would it take to do this? You know. Well, first off, it would take a ladder on those top ones. Okay, those ones over there are pretty level. If that's for truly her 130, maybe her apartment. This is the 130. It's supposed to be, all right. Possibility you break into the window over there. That's a large window. But these, you know, crawling through there. Okay. Yeah. But look how narrow these windows are. You have to break the window, right? How do you get into that window? You would have to, it has to be open. You have to pray it's open and slide it. It's a sliding window, right? You slide it. So these look like sliding windows. I don't know if they're still the windows now, but how different were the windows back then? I don't have crime scene photos from, unfortunately, from that time. not putting them up here. But I wonder how those windows, they look really narrow, right? They look hard to get into. They say the back door was open, but no signs, obvious signs. So maybe that's the sign. Is the back door being open? The back door to Mrs. Hanlon's apartment was discovered to be partially open when her co-worker arrived. No obvious signs of forced entry. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about this coworker because you come over, right, and you're going to the front door. I mean, you knock on the front door. It's an apartment complex. What do you mean back door? So this thing has its own back door? Guys, I'm sorry, I just, what is he, back door? Back door. Okay, he goes to the back door. He's really keen on getting the fuck in here. And his family, the family's not, but he is. But he goes to the back door. He knows where the back door is. Has he been there before? You know? Has this coworker been to the house before? How does he know where the back door is? Well, he goes to the back of the house, right? Oxymoron. Maybe it's like a big fucking moron. Like, no, well, look. For a second. These are a lot of apartments. You know, you'd really have to be here once or twice, I would think, sir. You'd be pretty fucking lost for a hot minute. You know? You been here before or what? You know? No. All right, then how'd you know where the back door was? So easily. So quickly. How'd you know where she lived? You know, how does the coworker know where she lives? Why not the boss, the manager go over there, corporate? Why is this fucking coworker going over there? And he's within the time frame, the 24th to the 27th. He's a man too, I'm guessing, yeah? I'm guessing his DNA can be taken out of evidence, right? Or his hair follicles or his fibers because he entered the apartment, right? And found her dead. So he could be, the coworker could be taken out of any kind of forensic testing. Very well. Year 2000, this guy's thinking one step ahead, huh? Find the crime scene. Takes too long for the body to be found because the families, this person expected the body to probably be found way earlier. That's good fortune for them, isn't it, guys? That this body's not found till fucking week later? Good fortune for them. They couldn't have planned that shit better. And supposedly she's such a dedicated worker, you guys, that the work was just like, oh, fuck it. Patricia went on vacation, even though she's not scheduled to. She went on a 7-day vacation, guys, but she's not scheduled to. Finally, a coworker comes on the 27th. This coworker takes it upon himself. Doesn't even sound like the job sent him. And who does the job send a coworker? Come on, everybody. This is so unprofessional of this job. And they look, guys, in every article, they're reiterating how the job is so devastated by the loss of Patricia. But they didn't even fucking check on her for a damn week. See, what is wrong with that? Am I fucking in La La Land or some shit like that, man? I don't have a gun and a badge. You know, if I had a badge, let alone, right? The badge ain't even enough. You gotta have both. Then I'd be able to get some fucking respect and get some answers from the boneheads. Talking to me stupid on this fucking shit, aren't they? I don't have the police report for the coworker and what's he talking about. You know what I mean? Who sent him to the house? How do you know the house address in 2000? You gotta look by a fucking... Guys, you know how you gotta know this house address? Yeah, the boss ain't just gonna give it to the coworker. Yeah, here's her fucking address. Go out there. Here's her number. Here's a social security card. Go do it for us, dude. We can't do it. No. Hell no. Her boss is on that shit. Coworker it was, guys. Coworker. They say nothing about enemies. No things about work. Any reward for any information. There is a reward here for any information leading to an arrest and or conviction of the perpetrators. More than one. See, guys, a reward for any information leading to the arrest and conviction of the perpetrators of this crime. Perpetrators, not perpetrator. It's always more than one person. The cops are telling them that. We know it's more than one. We know it's more than you out there Killer, there's someone else. They're trying to speak to the accomplice here. It seems like the weaker individual. Either it's a woman or it's a man that wasn't really involved that heavily. Getaway driver, right? Anthony says, what kind of geek are you? The Real Ram Reviewer from planet Earth. Thanks, Anthony. So, bedclothes at the time, wow, jumped on. Listen to me really quick. Ask the question, why would you need to surprise her like that, brutally? Why the necessity to do that if you're just there to rob the place? Why the necessity to jump her when she's sleeping and kill her by cunning and by brute force, it looks like, by brutality, right? Wearing bedclothes found in the bedroom, in the bed more than like right there, didn't get out, discovered in her bedroom in her apartment, boom, didn't even leave the fucking apartment. This person attacked her inside of it. Whether it's through the back door or some means of other entry, it was enough to get in there quietly, not disturb Mrs. Hanlon, and come in and jump on her and end this fucking thing quick. And then they ramsack. They don't ramsack first and chance getting caught and surprise themselves by Mrs. Hanlon. They take the threat out first if it's not personal. See? So even if it's not personal, you take this person is going for the threat first. This is not a burglary then. You know, your burglary here is to not wake Mrs. Hanlon. And you're a cat burglar, right? You're going in, you got the ride. You tell the ride, sit. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Just sit. They sit, you go in, you be quiet. You don't need to ramsack, right? If you know what you're looking for, you know the jewels are, maybe what's going on in this house? Did he go into the room and try to steal the jewelry and she woke up and he attacked her? Doesn't make sense, you know? It really, all that doesn't make sense. Because I don't know where the apartment was in disarray. I know probably the bedroom for sure, but like as far as stealing items, like do they mean like in the bedroom where she was found? Isn't it disarray, or the whole fucking apartment? Like this person was searching for something specific. It sounds like that, doesn't it? Like this person was there for murder, to silence, and then get something else. And then leave. And then several items do appear to be missing from the apartment. How would they know that? Do you know what I'm saying? How would you know that? Thanks for the 9 likes, guys. I appreciate you. Everybody that came in and commented, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. Been to Money Ties for 4 years. Any support is so welcome. Thank you. Really appreciate you guys. Right. I don't get it. You're gonna ramsack this shit after you kill her. You don't need her to tell you where the shit is. Yeah, listen, hold on. You don't need her to tell you where the shit is. Wait, you don't need to tell you where the shit is. So this place is ramsacked. This is definitely after she's dead. I'm trying to think, guys. Why? You don't need her. So if it's personal, it's confusing. This person is strange. You know, this person, this killer, is not like the other person, like the getaway who's there. There's 2 people here. These cops are telling us that in so many fucking words. But somebody's different than the other person. You know, like it's a man or woman, like someone's weaker than the other person. The cops are kind of letting on to that. Like they've been holding something over, you know, like they've been afraid to talk, this other person, because of the killer. Wow. Could have told the person it was just going to be a robbery, or I'm just going to meet this person, I'll be right back, and they came out with blood all over them or whatever, and they, you know, that was that. And they were just, you know, accomplice to it after the fact. But you're still accomplice after the fact. You didn't fucking report it because you were scared of the killer. And that's what the cops are sounding like here in this plea from 2 days ago, 26 years later. We're there on Google Earth. We're there in mind, body, and soul, no? Shit. The attack happens at night. Of course, so no one sees, so you can get this done. You always do all robberies at night. Planned robbery. My point about this, the items missing, several items missing. How would the cops know these items are, what items were missing? That's my question to you. You know, you're talking to the family. Wait a second. If you're talking to the family and the family tells you, listen, officer, these things are usually in my mother's house. This is AKA, example, i.e., right, that these shits in my mother's house. This is weird because they would be here. But they didn't even come over at any point during the week to check on their mother. It was a coworker, finally, after a week. So how would they be over there enough to know what was missing from the apartment? You know, guys, the fuck is that? They're not credible with that information. And how do the cops know that? Several items appear to be missing from the apartment. Like what? Like a TV? Wait. Yeah, like a TV or a VCR. 2000. Give me a moment. I was there in 2000, but I believe it's DVD, VCR. Is there DVDs just coming out? DVD 2000. Do you have a DVD fucking player? What's going on here? Yeah, during the 2000s, DVDs became the main way to watch movies. Right, I know, but exactly what year? What year did DVDs come out? This person targeted her, old money, and she had things, and that's what's missing. Okay, so that's what's missing. That's the only thing you could tell that's missing. Or, because look, you know why it's not a purse or something that's out of the that's out in the open and easily? Because they're making a point to say that this apartment was in disarray first, and then several items appear to be missing. What do you mean appear? So that they were there somewhere, and then they were unplugged or taken, and they were there, but now they're not there. They disappeared. So it's like not valuables, not like money. It could be, guys. I'm saying that could be. But just by appearance, they're saying, just by appearance, just by the naked eye, by walking in, it appears that these items were there, but now they're gone. So that's what they're saying. Several items appear to be missing. So it's either a VCR, a TV, or DVD. So this person wanted something. Because they wanted something. They were getting something out of this. So they took that shit. They were getting something out of it, so they took it. The electronics. These are electronics that are taken. Several electronics. TV, VCR, TV, DVD. Yeah. Electronics. This person was getting something. He fucking ransacked the house, couldn't find shit. Couldn't find any money, any jewels. So they said, fuck that, I'm taking something. And they took the shit to pawn or whatever the fuck it was. Why don't they check the pawn shops? I don't know. It sold it on the street in 2000. That shit's worth some money back then. The VCR, TV guys, and DVD back in 2000. If she had a DVD, but VCR, TV is worth it. So that's what this taken from the house. Now, if I go with a tip line and I say to the cops at GBI and I write to them and I tell them possibly what is missing from the home, they will not like me. You know, I have nothing to do with this, but the point is, by breaking down what they're telling us with common sense, only the killer would know exactly what was taken from that house. But if you think like the killer, and you would know we're going through this live at 100 minutes, and I'm exhausted mentally and physically doing it, we can decipher here what happened in the year 2000. You know, this woman has not got money up the wazoo. She doesn't have, it's the year 2000. You're not taking credit cards and shit like that. You're not going in for that shit. You're not going in. But they probably thought she might have had jewels and cash. They fucking do the disarray. They end up with nothing. And they say, fuck that. I'm taking something. So they take the fucking TV and the VCR. It's a combo deal here. That's what it has to be. Electronics, guys. Significant electronics in 2000 to sell for money. This person thought there was jewels. You feel me on that, guys? It could have been that they came in and restrained her or something. They could have knocked her out. It could have been something like that. Then they disarrayed and ransacked. They didn't find anything, and they went back and pissed. And they fucking murdered her. And then they took the TV and the VCR on the way out. Right to the getaway car. There had to be a getaway car because you're taking out equipment. That's why the getaway driver's in there. That's why there's two people. One's a getaway driver, one's the initiator inside. And they come out with the VCR and TV. And that's why there's the getaway driver. They're waiting for him with the shit, the equipment. They think they're getting money and jewels. They don't know what. I don't know about the getaway. I don't know. I'm not assuming the accomplice and what they know and don't know. What I'm saying is this killer was pissed that there was nothing in the house. He might have came back and finished her ass or did some overkill. Okay? Yeah, this person's a fuck. All right, I don't know who the fuck it is, but I'm telling you who it might be, who this person, how he thinks, what happened in the house, what was taken, what they're not telling us. Just by telling us. They're telling us, but we need to decipher it. We need to go further. We need to be in the crime and use these. They're there in the crime, the cops. They're giving us the info, but we got to actually go there. Get the details. Thank you for the 9 likes, guys. Linda Poole says, be nice. Who looks like someone who cares? Thank you, Linda Poole. I appreciate you for caring. I mean, I really care too. I mean, this is unbelievable. Over a VCR, over electronics. People get killed over Jordans back then in 2000. So you're getting killed over very little. If you have a flat screen today, you got to watch your ass, right? So it's a terrible thing to say. But this person went in with the getaway driver waiting. They thought she had money and jewels. She's 53, has a good job, probably has a car, nice apartment. She's an easy lick. She's an easy mark. They go in at night because she's found in her bedclothes in her bedroom. So they go in through night, probably through the back door that's cracked. Whatever you want to say, she might have left it open. No forced entry, no obvious signs. She might have left it open. Whatever it be. They get in. Now, I don't ask the real reviewer any more further details as far as his state of mind. Meaning, was it murder first, or was it robbery first, or was it robbery first and then it turned into murder first? Don't ask me all that. Just say this. He goes in. The person is one man. The getaway driver's outside. That's why the cops are speaking like this in their statement. There's two people. It might be a woman. And then the man goes in. That's what I'm thinking, guys. I'm thinking a weaker person in the car. The cops are making it sound like that. So he goes in, and this person thinks there's jewels and money. They don't find it. They scatter the place, but they say, fuck it, I'm taking something. And they take several items appear to be missing from the apartment. Just by walking into the apartment, guys, this is what the statement says. By walking to her apartment, just by appearance, you see something missing, and you know that it's probably was there, but it's missing. And what would that be? So you would see like an entertainment center, right? And you would have a TV there usually. So you would look just by appearance, the TV's missing. And then you look down below the TV and you see a DVD VCR player in 2000. And you say, a VCR was there. Possible cords, shit like that hanging, RCA cords. There was a VCR. It appears there was a VCR here. Several, 2, right? Several, 2. Looking for money and jewels, scattering the apartment in disarray, didn't find it. At the last minute, took the fucking TV and the DVD VCR, ran out to the getaway car, hit the fucking bricks, never to be seen. If you write to GBI, they want to know tips, but I can't tell them what is the good of it in telling them what they already know, right? Because the killer should only know that. The person inside of that apartment that day committing the crime should only know what was walked out of, what 2 things were taken. But if you have some kind of common sense here in 2000, I lived 2000, so I know. And guys, yes, I had a mentality like, you have to be able to be there. No, viewer. Because I'm being honest. You got to be able to be a profiler. Right? We should be profiling these killers. You have to go there. You got to be able to go there, but not actually go there, right? Just go there, like profile in your mind, go there. So that's what he's doing. In 2000, guys, That's a good lick. In 2000, that's a good lick. It's a good lick. It's a good lick. It's a good lick. Good shit. This person, it feels like this person was pissed off that there was no money in jewels and they had to settle for the TV and the 2 electronics, that they fucking either killed her because of it or overkilled her because of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying about the murder. The murder was because they didn't find what they were looking for, as in jewels and money. It could have been a setup. You know, she could have been set up. Somebody could have told her from work, hey, a junkie girl or something could have told her boyfriend, and they ride over there one night. I don't fucking know because I'm not the cops. Ravenfall says, dude, looks like he needs his computer check. I do. I got a 2009 iMac. Please donate to the Cash App. Rings you with a Z if you want to help me get a new computer, new glasses, new everything, and improve and keep going. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Ravenfall, and thank you for coming in. Appreciate your time today. Everybody, Linda Poole, Anthony, thank you guys. And those that didn't speak, thank you. I know you're there. Appreciate you all the time. 9 likes. Love it. Thank you. So, it's a tough one, but it's not. So there you have it. That's what I have on this case. I didn't say we solved the case, but I said we did a lot more legwork than being done here. You know, we deciphered a lot from very little, but the cops gave us a lot. Only the killer would know this kind of talk. Only the accomplice and killer would understand this statement and see that it is something new. That the cops are onto them with the 2 people scenario. And they know about the electronics being stolen. They know about the disarray, you know? Mark my words about those 2 items, okay? Come to me. They got to give us the information on that. And I'm telling you, it's electronics. It's 2 electronics. This person was pissed that they didn't get the jewels and money. That they fucking had to settle for this 2 stupid guys. 2000 mentality is there. That is worth money, though. So they took it anyways because they knew they could sell it. Sell it on the street. You ain't got to sell it to a pawn shop back in 2000. You sell it on the street for just as much. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So there you have it, guys. I don't think there's anywhere else to go with this case. Patricia Ann Hanlon, alone that night in bed, sleeping peacefully, in her nightgown, in her Betty Bye. Everything is good to go until a robber comes in and kills her brutally because he's disappointed and crying and whining over shit he thought was going to be there and money and jewels he thought he was getting, but he has to settle for a TV, VCR, DVD combo instead. He thought this was his big come up. That is the only answer for the anger supplied in the kill. There's no known enemies. There's no known beefs. Yeah, exactly what happened here in this case. I'd like to be an FBI profile. They want to contact the Real Rare Reviewer over this live because I know about the 2 items that are missing from the apartment. Well, that's common sense. That's all. To me, it's common sense. But I guess I don't think like everyone else. That's why people, I guess, don't understand me. But the Real Rare Reviewer is trying to be understood here with these cases. They can be solved. There is armchair detectives out there. Yes. Because we can go there mentally. I can go there. I don't have to go there physically. I don't want to go there physically. I don't have to. I go there mentally and spiritually and emotionally. I go there all the way, but physical. And that's what separates people from, right? Different people from what the fuck's going on. So obviously you can tell. So anyways, that is the case. That is the new information I'm giving you off no new information. This is just 2 days ago the cops said this statement, and we broke it down and took everything from it. And we got all the new stuff, and we got who did it, really. What kind of person did it? 2 people, yada yada, robbery, mad that there was no jewels, killed her over it, pissed. It was a brutal attack, guys. It was very violent. These cops are surprised at the level of violence and brutality put upon her, okay? And I think it's blunt force. It's blunt force trauma. It's with the weapon used to break in or whatever the fuck he had in his hand. And it was brutal. because there was no money. He disarrayed. Guys, at first, I'm telling you, he's got to kill her first before he disarrays. Possibly did that. Possibly did that in disarray and come back and overkilled. I don't know the autopsy of the wounds and when they were inflicted or not, guys, and the timing of them. I don't know that shit. And maybe they don't because the body was sitting too long. I don't have the autopsy. So I can't assume those things. I can't go further on those. But I can go further. I can go right there on this. That's exactly how it went down. Mrs. Hanlon was surprised in the middle of the night by a robber and killed brutally. And that's it. She had no chance. This person was so pissed that they had no jewels and no money. The place was in dis-a-fucking-ray. There's so much in disarray, they're probably thinking it's two people inside the house that have got only to do this. But this person was so pissed, and they had to settle for several items that appeared to be missing. What are those items that appear to be? You would know a wallet and money and jewels, and you're out of there. You take them from the dresser drawer and you're out. This person, oh no, what the fuck? And then they just had to settle for 2 items they had to settle for that appear to be missing from the apartment. What are those? What's worth money in 2000? What's the only thing besides jewels and money you can walk out of a robbery with that's worth money in 2000? A TV and a VCR DVD. Electronics. And you damn well know she had that. And what would appear to be missing? Something from an entertainment center, right? An entertainment center would have a TV in the middle. If it's gone, you would have definitely noticed that just by eye. The VCR too. There would be plugs, RCA plugs, antenna plugs to the TV. You know, so that's what the 2 items are, guys. I love you, son. He won Fortnite. Gotta play some.
Like and subscribe, Dad.
Yeah, that's right. Demonetize anything. I love you, son. Thank you. So, yeah, guys, there you have it. I think there's nowhere else to go here. The cops did bring this out just 2 days ago. It's a 26-year-old cold case. I think we pulled more out of it in this live than in 26 fucking years of whatever this has been. Google it. I can't see any of this shit on there because it's not there. It's here on the stream. So I want to appreciate you guys for giving me the shot. Really, thank you for giving me your time, your ear, and your trust. I will never betray your trust. Before I betray trust, I will tell you I'm going to betray your trust. So get fucking ready. But I will never betray it behind your back. I'm going to stab you in the face. All right? Will not stab you in the back. I hope you stab me in the face. So thank you to the 9 likes, whoever you were. Thank you to all the chats. Demi Hawk, hey, yes, Demi Hawk, thank you for saying hi. I really, Demi Hawk, yeah. Sorry, I'm just about to end this stream. We just got, I don't know. I'm happy with how this stream went for us. I think for Patricia too. Hopefully, they get to get someone off this. They got to have somebody. I mean, after everything I just told them, right? After everything we spoke about, they got to have somebody, guys. They got to have the team. You know, they got to have these 2 people. There's 2 of them. It's old school 2000 shit. Old school getaway 2000. Go hop out, handle it. I'm waiting. Bada bing, bada zoom. What did you get? I got Murder 1 and a TV and a fucking VCR. And I got a lifetime of hell on your hands there. Lifetime judgment. Demi Hawk says, okay, I liked it anyway. Thank you, Demi Hawk, for liking. Thank you guys for the 10 likes. I'm coming back, though, Demi Hawk. I'm coming back with another case in a few hours. Going to charge the phone, recharge the batteries, hang out with the kiddos, eat some food, right? Everybody get that dinner in them. Dinner time's coming up. And after that, we're going in on another one. And I'm going in on another one. Just amazing. You know, I get some satisfaction out of making sense of something that is insensible, right? It's just incomprehensible. But then to comprehend it and in layman terms and grab it and understand it, I really love that, you know? And it should be taking time to do that. These people are dead. They deserve the effort. They were killed. And these people are walking around, the murderers, like, but I don't care in the world. But no, fuck you. The real viewers here. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to give the cops a little more. Let's go. Why don't they listen to this live? And go do it. Somebody take this fucker down. I want to thank. I don't have a badge, guys. If I had the badge, if I had the profile, I'm telling you, I'd be in that suit and tie, knocking at your front door. It would be me. You know, we were in review with the FBI. Can I talk to you, ma'am? I have a few questions for you. Yeah, of course. That would be me. And you speaking to me like this in a room. Wouldn't be well. You'd want to hit me, but you wouldn't be able to, guys. That's the problem in life. You can't do what you want, or it ends up like this. Ends up very badly for everybody involved. All right, everybody, I want to thank you for the 11 likes. Demi-Hawk, hey, I'm going to take a... Wait, let me name everybody here. Demi-Hawk, thank you. Raven Fallen, thank you. Linda Poole, thank you. Anthony, thank you. Two Story 1982, thank you. Google is evil. Evil, thank you very much. ADHD, everything, thank you so much. And Keats Towns, thank you so much. And all the people, the 12 likes, thank you individually. And everybody that didn't like and just sat back and listened and watched or even clicked, thank you so much. You deserve a shout-out. You deserve a shout-out. Each and every one of you. I'm fast enough, I can comprehend it all to do it. So if I have a bigger computer and more chats, I can fly. I want you guys all on it. I want everybody's opinion, and I want to take everything into consideration. Thank you guys so much. It means everything. Everything to keep me going. You keep me going. You're the fuel. And I didn't say that a real reviewer. Isn't that some bullshit when somebody gets on TV and says, oh, you the people, or my fuel, you the people. No, everybody, it's so fucking true. It's so true. The crowd. Remember, you get around a crowd and they say, drink, drink, right? You see that on TV? They're like, drink, 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 chug, chug, right? Same fucking thing, bro. Everyone should have the feeling of having their fucking name chanted by thousands of people just one time. You know, just to feel it. Even if they don't think they deserve it. We think you deserve it. Go, 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 you know? Get that motherfucker. Yeah, you want to do that? Bam! One time for everybody. Come on, man. And I bet you that it'll change that person's life. It'll affect them for the better. And maybe they'll think of twice before doing something bad, you know, or going angry, guys. You know, that's all they know sometimes. Come on, guys. Go, go, go. Let's go. All of you on that fucking chat. Go, go, go. Thank you, guys. We're going hard. I'm going to be back in a few hours with another one. If I see you, I see you. If I don't, I don't. Either way, the Real Rare Viewer is going to still rant it on.